Okay, so I'm going to get started. I know that Miss Lyons has the recording is on. Um,
It's recording.
yes, I realize that. Thank you. Um, so the time is now 7:38 p.m. Today is Wednesday, February 14th, 2024, Valentine's Day. I want to welcome open the Youth and Education Committee meeting. I want to say welcome to each and every one of you and happy Valentine's Day if you didn't hear me before. I know today is that day that you spend with that special person or with the kids, however you celebrate it. Don't want to take all of that away, but I do appreciate you being here tonight. Um, I'm just going to ask, just for roll call purposes, just ask you to all introduce yourself. I'm going to start with Mr. Ivor. And just state whether you're a committee member or a board member and committee member. Ivor?
I'm here. Good evening, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day to all. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. I know it's a little cold outside, but this is the day to warm up with a special loved one for your kids. And I am a committee member and a board member, and I am glad to be here. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Ms. Saunders?
Good evening, everyone. I've been a guest for the last 2 years, and I've enjoyed the association and participating, and I will continue for the next 15 years. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a good spirit. CK Price?
Evening. I'm not sure if I'm just if I'm a committee member or if I'm just an observer that is a resident of the community who ends up in these meetings, but I am here and happy to be here.
Well, I thank you. I'm sorry, I don't have my list here, but I thought you were a committee member. But you're
I
here
have
all the
tried
same.
multiple
He's a
times and
member. He
then
requested to be a member.
Yeah, you're a member. I'm sorry if we didn't confirm that with you, but I know I saw you on the list. So you are an official committee member,
good to know.
Mr.
Thank you
Price.
much.
Good. Thank you. Ms. McCain Brown.
Good evening, everyone. Monica McCain Brown, committee member.
Thank you. Ms. Mickle.
Hi, everyone. Are you hearing me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear
Okay.
you.
Mulene Mickle, committee member. Happy New Year, everyone.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Mickle.
Okay.
Timothy. Timothy, are you there? You want to introduce yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so sorry about that. My headphones for some reason wasn't working. So my name is Timothy. I am a committee member.
Yes, sir. Miss Duncan, hi, good evening. Can you introduce yourself to the group, whether you're committee member, board member?
Yes, good evening, Mrs. Duncan. I am a committee member.
And are you still a board member? Did you reapply?
No.
No? Okay. I say that with sadness. Okay, so welcome everyone. If you're just getting on, happy Valentine's Day. I'm just gonna do a quick chairperson report. I just want to start off and say for last month's meeting, let me just say, first of all, I apologize. The last meeting of the first meeting of the new year, I had to cut it short. I had a really bad case of seafood poisoning.
Wow.
And it hit me that night. I wasn't feeling too well earlier, and I just thought it was something that would have, passed or what. My stomach was upset. I had headaches and I was getting the chills and stuff. And I'm like, okay, this is my stomach's upset. But, I'll pass. I'll drink some seltzer, something carbonated would help. But as the meeting was going on, and that's why I came on and I said I didn't feel well. And it just progressed really fast, rapidly, and I was so sick. I was so sick that night and for a couple of days, and I've gotten food poisoning before, but I've never had it from seafood. And I'm not ashamed to admit it was from my own hands. Um, I just used something. I was making clam sauce, and the clam sauce I had, it was in a bottle, but it tasted like it was okay, and I went ahead and used it, but it was clearly off at that point, because I think I had it for over a week and I should have known better. So I do apologize for that night. And then a few days after that, um, I got really sick. Then I caught bronchitis. So
Wow.
for the month of January up to today, I have been recuperating. I have not, there's a lot of things that I wanted to get done within that time frame to bring back to you and to present things that the committee needs to do. And I have totally been out of commission. First, my family got sick because my two grandkids, of course, kids and their germs, they were sick. And then my daughter brought them over here, and then we all got sick. And instead
Mhm.
of going home, and then for some reason, I just I just thought it was a cold. I wasn't feeling well. I took care of everyone. They were all good. And then um I got really sick, and I got diagnosed with bronchitis. And I I've been my first week, I would say I worked last week, but virtually. This is like my first full week back in the job. So
Wow.
they've seen me for the new year maybe twice in that office. Um, So I am running behind in the things that I really wanted to get done and have a really deep agenda as we move through the rest of the year. But my body said otherwise, and this
Yeah.
is like the first time in over 10, 15 years that I have been this sick,
Wow.
where throw down, like couldn't do anything, and I couldn't even try if I wanted to. But I'm, you know, getting back there, and I want to move ahead with the agenda of the committee. We have several events that we need to get done for this year. We may not do all. I'm thinking about three of them that we may do, which is the spelling bee, um, the the one in August. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on that. I also have a bit of brain fog from all of this. The one we have in the park. And then I'm trying to see if we do cops and kids, or do I reach out to the councilwoman's office to see if she still wants to do the youth forum with us, and that will replace that. So I have a lot um, of things to catch up on, but tonight we're going to talk about the spelling bee, because we didn't get to do it last year, and I definitely want this to be a yearly event for the committee. And I'm going to move ahead with that for sure. I also want to share with you some information, some things that are happening in the community. Um, so there's the 9th Annual Cancer Health Disparity Symposium 2024. It's on March 1st from 8:30 to 4. It's in person and it's on Zoom. And if you do go in person, if you want to attend in person, it's at SUNY Downstate Health Science University, the 395 Lenox Road. And I just dropped in the chat. This is the link to register if you're interested in attending that. You can register and you can attend or you in person or in Zoom. We all know that this is, Black History Month. There are a couple of things that are happening in our community specifically. I see, well, this one is outside. It's the National Black HIV Awareness Day. It's at the Bedford-Stuyvesant Family Health Center. Oops, that was today. No, and she just sent it to me. Okay, so we have to skip that one. Medgar Evers College Office of Health Services, they have the annual Health and Wellness Fair. It is on March 13th. If you're interested in that, here's the link to register. You can do that. And let's see, is there anything else in our community? Okay. If they send me any other information, I will forward this to you. Let's see. Yeah, this is the same thing. So those two events, if you're interested in, I promised I was going to get them out. And they're there. Other things happening, the board is in the process of hiring the new ADM. We are at the last process where there are 3 candidates. There's an emergency meeting that will be held for all board members on here. There will be an emergency meeting in the coming week or so, or they will do it, present the candidates at the next board meeting, which is next week, Wednesday, at SUNY Downstate. So even if you're not a board member, but I still encourage you to come out to, the board meetings. There's actually a community session where if you want to share any information or ask questions, that you get the opportunity to speak on if you are not a board member. So I do encourage you to come out, and I do encourage you to join the board. I think they said that the applications, Ms. Lyons, correct me on this, the applications are still open for board, to become a board member, or has it closed?
I'm not sure if they're closed. I will have to speak to Ms. Frazier, but I don't think so. I don't think they're closed.
I don't think they're closed, but I
It's,
don't
it's
have
still
to,
open, Miss Brandison.
it's still open. Okay,
Yeah, I
so,
got something in the mail, and I think it's till the end of February.
okay. Okay, so I would say if you guys are interested, and I would love you to, you're a great group of people with insight and knowledge.
Miss
You can
Brandison,
go,
sorry, it's
yes,
open until February 19th.
okay, until the 19th. So,
Yes, must be postmarked by that date if you're mailing it in.
yeah, it must be postmarked. Okay, good to know. You can go on the Brooklyn Borough Hall website and, just search community board applications, board member applications, and it'll come up, and fill it out. Fill it out and join us. This is your community. You have a right to, let your voice be heard and in the voting and, just speak up for what what you think your community should look like and the things that you should have in it. So I'm encouraging everyone. And that ends my report. Any questions? And I do apologize. I still have remnants of, bronchitis. It's the cough and the mucus and stuff. So my voice may not be carrying. If you can't hear me, or, if it starts to go down, because sometimes speaking too much just leads me to still coughing a lot, just let me know. Okay, spelling bee. Spelling bee. So I know that Miss Mickle, Miss McCain Brown, you have been there to witness our spelling bees in the past. And now with our new members, I am going to call on you to volunteer in different aspects of it, right? So first, let me start off. Space, location. I've been in talks with Sesame Flyers in using their office location. There's a kind of drawback to that, because here we usually do it in the schools. The issue that I'm getting in the schools, because we do it on a Saturday, and it doesn't matter when we do it, whether it's a Saturday, a holiday, is about that permit, right? There are not many schools that are, well, no one's willing to, pay for that permit for us. And for those who have Saturday sessions within the school, the permit is only up to a certain time. And it is not feasible, because we need to use the auditoriums. And there's Saturday programming that goes on in the schools, and sometimes they're utilizing the auditorium. The other thing is that we need to start about 12 o'clock and we go to about 6. But I say start at 12, but the 12 o'clock is us getting there, setting up, because in the past we've had a DJ, and the mics and stuff and the speakers and everything. We get them set up. We offer light refreshment. So there's some setup and everything. We ask the volunteers to get there also around that time so we can get them situated. And then we ask the kids and the parents of the kids who are participating in the spelling bee to please get there like an hour or so after. And even when the kids get there, so if we said we're going to set up at 12, we want the kids there at 1. What we usually do, because it's done by grades, in the schools, we were able to put the different grades as the kids come in. We will put them in classrooms, right, by the grades that they're coming in, and each classroom had a chaperone. And in there, we give the kids that time to, if they wanted to go over their words, and if the chaperone wanted to help out with them or what, but just to get them to relax, if they want to go over the words, if they just want to sit and woosa out or what. Parents are not allowed in that room whatsoever. And that was our way of checking them in, right? And we then, parents could then go sit in the auditorium and wait, because we strive to start at 2 o'clock. And the reason why it's like an hour for the kids to get there, and you may say, well, that's a lot of time, is because what we found in the past is telling the kids to get there when it's almost started. There was a time that a couple of the kids got there late, and we were like, we've started. I think they had missed like the first round of spelling words for that grade. And, you know, the parent was they were upset, like, oh, we got here, it was the bus, blah, blah, blah. So I give them latitude, right? I give them latitude because I'm like, okay, we're giving you an hour to get the kids there. So please, you have time to plan ahead. And of course, I don't want to disappoint the kids, right? It's hard to disappoint them. So we ask. And within that hour, we found that parents were coming, they weren't coming at the 1 o'clock. Sometimes they'll get there at 1:15, 1:30, 1:45 or so. But when we say hard start 2, I'm a hard start 2 o'clock. Right. And then depending on, you know, the last one we had, oh my goodness, it was just amazing because these kids were so smart that they just went on and on. There was like a whole a group of these kids, and there were different grades that went on and on and on and on. And the more the levels go, the harder the words get. So I was like, damn, I was just amazed at these kids and these weren't high schoolers or anything. These were elementary. I don't think we didn't do middle school. Did we do middle school? No, but they were just really great. So the issue becomes that sometimes, you know, with the permit from the school and stuff, it's hard. I've put out a lot of different calls out there to the schools to say, you know, can we utilize your space? And no one has responded. And it's been, I'm sorry, Miss Graham I think she's looking for the link. So it's been hard. So Sesame Flyers have said they would, you know, they were gracious. I work with Keisha Sidney. I don't know how many of you know her, but she said, Miss Grandison, she tried also to get us space in the school because they do have Saturday programming, but it's just not working out with the permit and everything. I was even speaking to her this evening around it, but she said that the space that she has at the office, it holds about, say, stadium side. If we're gonna do like theater seating, about 40 people, might be able to get 50 in there, not sure. So at this point, I was like, okay, let's see if we can utilize that. So I'm going to see it on Friday. And I think at this point, I mean, we usually have, I think the last one we had was maybe 70 to 90 people, might be 100 or so. So I'm up against the space barrier here. Anyone has any other suggestions? Any recommendations? Okay.
Did you try that Catholic school and there's a Catholic school on Avenue D? Did you ever try to?
Oh, I had reached out to them and before, even up to last year, I was trying to utilize their space, but no one ever got back to me.
Oh.
I had sent I know what you mean. The one on Avenue D and Troy. Is it Troy? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, Avenue D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had reached out to them several times and sent email, call, left messages. Someone was supposed to call me back and never got
Okay.
any response or anything from them. You know, the thing is that so you I don't know if you guys remember last year the lady Miss Yolanda from the YWCA, right? She had freely. She was like, Miss Grandison, we have the space. We would gladly, I would gladly welcome you, the families and stuff to come down there and to do the spelling bee. The only thing is that the YWCA is located on 4th Avenue, downtown Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah. But they have beautiful space down there. I've been in that building before and it was free. It was free, but
To get there.
yeah, the chair just had some issues of us taking it out of the community and the travel, would be a bit too much. I mean, it's transportation wise, it's easy to get to because you just go to Atlantic and you walk across.
Right.
It's closer to Fourth and like Flatbush that way. It's close there, but transportation wise, getting the train or the bus, to go down there, the 41, or taking the train from wherever, but it's just because it's out of the community.
There's a
So
Y also on Flatbush area, at the junction area. Wasn't there a Y there? Near
at the junction,
Yeah. There's a there is a YWCA around there.
wait, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see. Miss Graham? I'm so sorry. That was Miss Graham trying to get on. Um, tonight. Um, I'm not sure about the Y on Flatbush. I know there's the Y, no, that's the Boys and Girls Club I'm thinking about. That's the one on Bedford, but is
I
there a
don't
Y
think
on
that one is there. I don't think it's there anymore. It was on Flatbush, close to Farragut side before getting down to
Right.
Glenwood. But I'm not sure it's there anymore.
I don't think so. Well,
Yeah,
let's see.
investigate, that's all.
No, it's showing Flatbush YMCA of Greater New York, 1401 Flatbush Avenue.
Yeah, that's it's down on that end, yes.
Okay. But excuse me. Oh, okay. I see. You know what? I can ask. I just feel like the problem I'm going to run into is the Saturday, everyone's at the Y
On Saturdays.
on Saturdays. As a Y kid, I know this. That's where I spend my Saturdays. All day. All day. Um, but it doesn't hurt to ask. I'm trying to see. I'm looking it up to see exactly. It's near East 28th to see if I can reach out about it. So yeah, you know what? It is outside of our
That's outside of
yeah, yeah, because it's
Flatbush.
on Flatbush also. But I mean it's not totally outside, right? It's not like it's in the like going down to downtown Brooklyn.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, it's close to where Farah Louis has her office.
Yes,
Kind of like on the other side.
yes, on the other side of her office. You know what? I'll check it out. I'll see tomorrow. I'll call and ask and see, but I know I'm probably going to run into, especially the time if I'm going to say from 12 to 6, that they programming is happening. And because that was also the other thing with the Boys and Girls Club on Saturdays, they have programming. They have a gym. You know, that's the same space that we use for the cops and kids, but of course, Saturday is where, you know, you get all the kids on their programs and classes and stuff like that. But I'll take a look at what Sesame Flyers have to offer, and I'll see if it can work. Who knows? It may just be able, we may be able to utilize it. You know, this is one of the biggest issues with this committee that I have is
Right.
space. And not to say there isn't space in the community, but the cost of it, right? Because there are some event spaces that would be really great. There's that one at East 45th, but I think they space is, I think it's like 1,200 or so. So, you know, and listen, I am not going to say that people don't need, you know, to get paid for utilizing their space. Just at this time, we don't have that kind of money to pay for a space, but maybe one day we will. Who knows? One day we will. There's always hope and positive thinking. Yeah. So the other thing, so that's about the space. The other thing is I need volunteers, right? So we need volunteers. We need 3 judges. And we also need a person.
Sorry, what's the date of the spelling bee, Ms. Grandison?
I haven't given a date yet. I was going to get to that to see
Oh.
the recommendation of the committee. Oh, Ms. Graham, you got on. Awesome.
Yes, I did.
Yes. Okay. I didn't look down at the laptop to see that you were there. So welcome. So we need at least 4 people on the stage, right? 3 judges. And the judge's job is to make sure that the words are spelt correctly, that if the kids ask for definitions or to be, you know, to put it in a sentence for them, that you're able to do it. And then we need someone.
But Ms. Grandison, I was a judge at the Brooklyn South spelling bee that happened. I was gonna invite you, but you were sick.
Yes.
PS 115. But I was a judge, but it was the person who was calling the words that was putting it in a sentence if they asked or give them the meaning.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes. I just mixed it all up. But that person who's
So
pronouncing.
I wouldn't mind serving as a judge.
Okay, I got my first volunteer, and you guys all heard her. It's still being recorded. You don't have to let me know now, but I will appreciate you at least letting me know by the end of the month, because I want to get this all together.
Do you have an idea when you're gonna have it? What?
So that's the next thing I want to talk about. All right, I'll go back to the volunteers and the date.
That's important. The date.
Yes, it is. So I want to do. Okay, today is the 14th. I would love to do it like 6 weeks out, right? Or maybe more. I was thinking in March. Maybe the last Saturday in March, or the first Saturday in April. Now, let me pull up the DOE website.
Saturday in March is Glorious Saturday. That's the day before Easter Sunday.
Oh, it is. Oh, that's what I should have asked. When is Easter? Okay, calendar. All right, let's look at the school calendar for 2024. I'm going to share the screen with you.
I guess I'll put Good Friday and that thing.
Are you guys seeing the screen share?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, because I'm sharing it. Let me just open this back. Now I'm not even sure which one I am sharing, but okay. So if we go down, the things we look for, it's a Saturday. So you're right, Miss McCambra. March 29th to April 1st, that's Easter weekend, school closed. So if we did it that first Saturday, then the 6th. Does that sound feasible? The 6th of April? They have the, let's see, April 29. When is midwinter recess?
That's next week,
That's next week, February.
the
Okay.
19th. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So does oh, it's spring that I was looking at. Spring recess is not till the later down. So does the 6th of April sounds like a feasible date that we can go with? I want you guys to let me know if you have any reservations around this date or what. Share it, please. If you think it's fine, just give me a, use the emojis, give me a thumbs up or a wave. Okay. Anyone else? Hey, Kamara. That's 2. I want some concession from the group because I don't want us to come back and say, well, I don't think this is a good date because I am putting this date in. This is what where it's going to be written in stone.
Again, you have to work on well, you have to give them the date if you get a place.
Exactly. So this is when I meet with Keisha on Friday. I want to say, hey, April 6th. This is the date that we've come up with. Now, I want to do an alternative date. If we can't get the 6th, then, oh, come on, phone. Then do we do the 13th? Those are the 2 alternatives. If we go for the 6th, if we can't get the 6th, the 13th.
13.
That's the next Saturday.
I think the 6th would be good. That way, it gives us more time to find a place, a viable place that has ante room so that the kids can utilize before the event gets started. You know what I mean? Giving up I think having that type of space for the kids is really important for them to calm down and get their thoughts and their mind together. So I think the 6th would be a good day as opposed to try to do it at the end of March.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So we got the 6th or the 13th if we can get it.
Does anybody know about the testing, the ELA or the math? I haven't been substituting, so I don't really know.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. So it used to be in the calendar. I know Regents is not till June.
The ELA and the math.
Yeah, the English. Let me look up the dates. NYC. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
Excuse me, Gail,
Yes,
Mr. CK Price has been having her hand or his hand raised.
oh, go ahead, Mr. Price, sorry. I thought that you were saying yes to the date.
We took it down.
Sorry, no.
Oh, okay.
I put it in the chat. Ramadan is until Monday the 8th. I don't know if that matters to anyone, but
Oh,
for people who are going to be fasting,
Ramadan is until the 8th. Okay.
so the following weekend would totally work.
The 13th then?
Right. I just have concerns about the 6th
Yeah.
because of
And the
Ramadan.
testing is also within that week too.
All right, let's see what they're saying here. New York State grades 3 and 8 in math ELAs. Elementary.
There's testing within that time period too, I believe.
All right, I'm trying to see. Oh, here's the testing calendar. Yeah, we always run into this problem. Regions, January, June. Okay. March,
regions.
alternate assessment. Okay, grades 3 to 8, paper-based testing, the April 11th to the 12th. And computer is the 11th to the 19th.
Well, you know what? This year they want most of them to do it by computer.
Oh, they do? No paper?
Most of them are going to do it by.
Okay. Wow. Okay, this is a little tough one. We've got the 11th to the 12th. And then we have the 15th to the 17th is the English. Oh my goodness. It means they keep pushing this back. And then the kids. Okay, so we're gonna have to make a decision here because that month of April,
Testing.
well, the testing is that week. I'm trying. Do you guys remember what dates we did it? I know the last time we did it, it was we did it before the end of December. We were trying to get rid of that. And we have done it in the spring. I mean, okay, so we're saying March is too close, the end of March. When does Ramadan start?
Ramadan is 30 days.
It's a
They
lunar.
offer Eid on that Monday, the 10th, I believe. And Ramadan is like a 30-day period. But the Monday, the 10th, I do believe is the holiday.
The holiday. So March 10th to April 9th.
Right. Depending on where you are and when the moon is that day.
Yeah, the moon.
Okay. Okay, so then we were looking at the 13th, but that is during that week is the testing. And then the next week, what if we did it the 20th then?
I believe they're going to break that 22nd for Passover.
Yeah.
That's
So
the 20th might be.
I think the 20th is the optional date because remember, it's a Saturday and the parents are who bring the kids. it doesn't, I wouldn't even say it doesn't thing with the schools, because the last one we had, the schools came out that Saturday. They represented the teachers, and some of the other administrators came out. We had battalion was there, and there were like 2 or 3 other schools that they just came to hail on their kids and to root for them. So so I would say the 20th, then that's the best date, because I don't want to take this into April, I mean into May and June. We're almost at the end.
What were your prizes? I was just curious.
Okay, I'll talk about the prizes. I just want to confirm the date, because I need to get this done. Get it taken care of. So the 20th?
Sounds good. Yes, 20.
Okay.
Yeah, the 20th is good.
Okay, so April 20th. Okay. So please keep that date that we're going to go with, unless something happens, but I am shooting for that. And then it goes back to the volunteers. Now that you know the dates and everything, please let me know. So I need 4 people, the first 4, 3 judges, and someone to give the words and put them in sentences or what. That's 4. And then I need maybe another 4 or 5 people that will help chaperone the kids as they come in, check them in by their grades, you know, during that time period as they come in. Also, we offer them a snack, maybe some juice and something light, some water or something, have them in the rooms, and just, you know, keeping them calm and everything. So maybe about 8 volunteers. So if you're interested, I've already got Miss Graham.
Yes.
She cannot back out.
You can add me. You can add Edith Mark.
And Miss
volunteer.
Mark. Okay.
Yeah.
Love this. So I've got Miss Graham.
If I could do something, you let me know.
Oh, yes, you can do something. Oh, yeah, you can. I got you down. I got you down. Timothy, are you there? Miss Duncan?
I'm
No,
there.
no love for me, Miss Saunders?
I could do part of the hosting, you know, with the chaperoning and
Okay. Okay.
and feeding and cleaning up, setting up. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Miss Duncan.
I'm willing to help. I just need to confirm with my season. I coach stunt. And
Yeah.
our competitions are usually on Saturday. So as soon as they send out the schedule, I'll be able to see what time I could get over.
Okay, because I know you're good with the kids.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you. You can let me know, Mr. Price. That's okay. That is fine. I'm just
Miss Grandison, once I'm here,
I
am here.
Listen,
So I'd
I
let
know
you
with
know.
you. I know with you how you are. You and Miss Nichols just be showing up. I know how it goes. But yeah, I'm not forcing anyone to do this. I'm sorry if you felt I call you out, but that's just me. But if you guys have the time or whatever, you can just shoot me an email or call me or what, and we'll get it. I'm also going to ask other members of the board. I'm not going to, I give you first dibs as this is your committee, right?
Yeah.
I like to show off my committee peoples. Like, this is who we are. This is what they do. And, you know, put you guys up there because you make this committee work. But you can always let me know. Now, in terms of the prizes, so what we give out laptops, we give out tablets, and we give out how much was it? Either $50 or $75 gift cards. So the first prize winners get the laptops. The second prize winners,
How many winners would we have?
we have
A winner for each category.
yeah, 3 for each. Because we only have oh shoot, that's something that I needed to do, is to look at, oh, here we go. I think what I need to do is to see. So I had this crazy idea, you know, when I'm sitting and my brain is just going off because it has nothing else to do. I call that my freestyling time. We've never we've never got into the what I would call it, like the high school age, right? There was a reason why I think back then that we didn't do it. So our grade levels were, I'm going to tell you right now as I'm looking, we had fourth and fifth grade, 6th and 7th, and 2 and 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the grades. So there's a first prize winner from each grade.
That's a lot of laptops.
Exactly.
Wait. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say from each grade. I'm sorry. Second and third grade goes together. So whoever is the top winner out of those 2 grades get a laptop. So it's 3 laptops.
Okay.
And
And
you'll
we
be
already
happy
have
to know.
these?
Yes, I do. You'll be happy to know that I have these laptops.
Okay.
And I have the tablets.
Okay.
So what I don't have is the gift cards.
What gift you think the high schoolers would like?
See, that's the problem. Well, I mean,
I was thinking the high school of the laptops. I don't know.
yeah, they can do the laptops too, but I'm just trying to figure out, should we introduce this year 11th to 12th grade? Or should we change the grade? You know, we've got second, third, and here's why. We have more elementary schools in our community than middle schools, right? We have a lot of elementary schools. So when we first started doing this, you know, under Miss McGinnis, we were looking more at the elementary schools because there were so many of them. That's why we did second, third, fourth, fifth. Let me just pull up my schools. The thing is, we have what, 2 high schools?
Tilden and
Yeah, and I heard that Tilden was supposed to close. I don't even know.
But I see them doing construction over there.
Been on construction for the last 2 years until now they're going to close it after they almost finished.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I something else.
Yeah, it's listen, I don't know how the Department of Education works. Sometimes I do wonder. But I think because Councilwoman Lewis she was saying that I think they were looking to, not the entire school, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, the high school that was in there. They were looking to close it because enrollment was so low. Right? So we've got the elementary and middle schools. Yeah, we got a lot of elementary schools in our community. And with the high schools, they're only, so we've got at Tilden campus, there was supposed to be 4 of them, what I'm seeing here.
What
But
about Winthrop? Winthrop is part of the community. Winthrop.
I
I don't think there are high schools in the Winthrop, on the
no,
Winthrop
there's
campus.
there's no high schools in that campus in the
No,
Winthrop.
I'm sorry. The one on, is it Kingston? What's the high school?
Wingate.
Wingate. Yes, I'm
Wingate.
sorry. Wingate. Yes, Wingate.
No,
that
I
part
think
of our community?
Wingate is outside our district.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wingate doesn't it's just
Mhm.
borderline, but yeah, I'm gonna drop the high school
Yeah.
thing for now because it's
Yeah, I think you should.
yeah, we just have elementary and middle schools. Now we have, and then we also have our private schools. And let me say, I do invite our private schools, elementary and middle schools to participate in this.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. And they come out. Last year, our biggest crowd was St. Gregory's Battalion, and I think Ebenezer was there also. I'm kind of surprised that we get more of the private schools participate in than a lot of the public schools.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that you know,
Yeah.
that's the thing. But they
What
come
about
out
the
and
charter
they
schools?
present.
You don't
Huh?
include the charter schools.
Those two, I call them, well, I do send it to the charter schools.
Oh, okay.
I know Ascend,
Yeah.
they came 1 year. They were there. Yeah, I think Ascend, they come, but I do send it to the charter schools. So as long as the school is within the community, it sends
Okay.
it to them, right? Because it's the requirements is that you must go to school or live within Community Board 17 boundaries. Okay. So okay, that's where we're at. If I'm gonna ask you if you know anyone who wants to make a donation of a gift card, it's 75. Yeah, it's $75.
And that's
Um,
for third place?
that's for third place. Just, please feel free. We only need 3 of them. If there anyone is in the 2024 giving spiritual feeling,
I would give a donation to, I would do one of those, Miss Grandison.
okay, thank you. I'm probably
Can I
gonna do
ask?
one myself. More than likely, because I usually do, if we don't get them, to put in for one also.
My church has fundraisers, and I go around to like Food Town and certain and they give gift cards and stuff. Yeah, we could ask stores and merchants for donations.
Well,
Yeah.
well, the thing is that the gift card, it's the gift card is cash that the kids can spend it however they choose. So if we do it wouldn't work if we just try to do a merchant only. Well, you guys tell me, do you think, would you prefer to give them like a $75 gift card where they can buy anything, or a $75 Amazon card? But that makes
I
it
think where they
specific
could buy
just
anything, maybe
Amazon?
Target because it's in the neighborhood. It's not far.
So they
They
can
They
can
can,
buy anything, yeah, like a
anything that they
Visa
want.
or a MasterCard gift card.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yes. I
Awesome.
think
They
Target,
like
a
to,
lot of them, they go to Target or whatever you call
and they
it.
like to go to the neighborhood grocery store after school and buy their little
Yes.
snacks
Yeah.
and stuff. So
And
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
that they'll have that. Okay. Agreed.
yeah, yeah.
I got it. Okay. So that's it for the spelling bee. I will, so we have the words and everything. I'm gonna share them with you so you can tell me if what you think. They're ordered out in the different grades. A lot of this stuff is already done because last year I had started to prepare it and everything and to have the packets ready to go out to the school. So once I meet with Keisha on Friday, and sometime next week, I'm still going to ask around some more. I'm gonna beg again. I'm gonna plead. Maybe someone will hear my pleading this time, and see if there's another space that we can use, but definitely taking a look at Sesame Flyers. And I'll share a packet with you so that you see everything that's in there, what goes to the schools. So it gets mailed out to the schools.
So my ask was that the schools would do that first level of competition.
No, there's no first level of competition. The way we do it, there's no
Oh,
first level. We just let them choose. So what we've seen in the past is that, you know, I've realized that the parent coordinators or the librarians and some of the teachers take
Mm-hmm.
on the responsibilities and they will choose kids.
okay.
Yeah, they would choose kids from the school and, you know, recommend them like, hey, here, you do this. And some of the schools work with them. They work with them, you know, join might be an English class, or if you got an English teacher or so like make it part of the class agenda that day or what with the words. But the schools, they hand them out also to the parent, and the parent get to choose whether or not they want their kids to participate. You know, and we've gotten a really good number of response, like 40, 50 would come back to us. Now, sometimes all those 40s and 50s don't always show up, and you know,
Yeah.
that's the thing, but it's okay. But we have gotten, since we've done this, we've gotten some really good numbers. The first year we did it at Tropical Paradise, and the place was packed. We had that room, and it really went off pretty well and stuff. The third time. The last time we did it was at Cristo Rey. On 37 from Brooklyn, that high school is a private high school.
Mhm.
Yeah, we did it there. But
So you can do there again?
well, I was able to get it because my cousin at that time was the development officer there, and
Mm.
she put me in contact. You know, I had told her, and she made the connection and everything for me. The next year we went back to go there again, and they never responded. But then COVID hit, so we and I have reached out to them since last year. I did reach out to them again because I knew I had made contact with the principal there, but it seems like he was gone.
Oh.
Yeah, so the connections that I had there then just dried up, and no one got back to me. I like their space and everything. You know, the auditorium was pretty nice, but we'll get something. We will. But you guys will get more information on this moving forward, because now I'm going to start to move on this. Just want to alert you. I know that if you guys know Detective Barry, that more than like I think she has a Black History Month show coming up. I will send you the information, but just keep it on your radar. It's usually she does it like the last Saturday in February. The last one was at my 11. Oh my gosh, it was spectacular. It was so good. It was so great. The way she pulled it together, and her dance troupe has grown.
What about my
So
11, Miss Anderson?
I asked Mr. Daly to, that's his school, to see about that. But then again, we go back to the permit issue on Saturdays.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest problem, the permit. He said he was going to check
The
into.
principal would put it in.
Yeah, but will they pay for it?
You need staff. Yeah, people.
And they need staff, and that's
Yeah.
the one
and
around
then
I
the food
got. Like,
safety, that food safety.
we got to put in the permit. We
Yes,
don't have
food
it in our
safety.
budget to pay for it. What staff is going to be there? We got to pay staff that's there. So,
Let me
it's a
ask you, what
whole-
about what we use for the general meeting at downstate? We couldn't use that there.
we could do. Miss Frazier reached out to downstate for us to utilize that space, and they never confirmed. And she
No,
reached
what
back
date?
out.
What date we gave?
This was back last
year.
year. Yeah, and she put it in once the board had convened, like in October. I'm sorry, in September, when the board convened. Not last year, year before. And put in the dates and stuff, and they never confirm.
So
Never
can we
confirm.
follow up?
But they
What
have
you
a
say, the 20th?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her to try again. This is why I
Because
said
that would
I'm
be
not giving
perfect.
up.
You could ask her, and I could ask Alicia myself. Goodrich?
Yeah, could you? Because she has to send it
Yes.
to Alicia. But there's also, remember, Miss Graham, were you at the
When we had that event over on the other side?
Yes, on the other side. That room would be great also.
Yes, the one that
Yes.
we had the meeting when we had the retreat.
Yes, the retreat. That room would be great also. It's not small, it's pretty big. I think it's a pretty big room, but I think that room would be great also. It has technology.
That's true.
So tomorrow I'm gonna call Miss Frazier, and ask her and
Frazier.
see if she can try again. The auditorium would be perfect. The only problem with the auditorium is that you cannot have food in there. And we do give the kids snacks and stuff like that, but the auditorium is big enough to space out the kids, and also that other room, I think in that other space there were other rooms, one or two
Yeah.
other rooms around there that we can use to put the kids in. But I'll ask Miss Frazier again to see if you can you ask Alicia to see, would she be willing? Either or would be great. We'll figure out the whole
Yeah.
snack thing.
Another location too is Mega Evers. They have a
Yeah, they have the auditorium.
too.
Yeah, but it's so extra sometimes, honestly. They
I know.
Oh, they are? Oh, okay.
Let me reach out to
What about Build a Sea?
Blair. Where?
Build a Sea right there,
Where's
East
that?
82nd. East 82nd and Avenue J.
Flatlands.
Flatland,
Oh,
yeah.
That's out
That's
of
District
the.
18.
I would have to see
District 18. They got a nice auditorium in there.
because Keisha had gotten us one of her schools in Flatlands last year to do it, and Rudy rejected it. He said no, it's not in the community.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I was like, Rudy, come on, I got to do something. But that was the issue also. But Mega Evers is not too far from us. It's not in our community, but it's there. I'll reach out to Blair or to Dr. Blair, or maybe I'll ask Greg Mears and see who they can
Okay.
connect me with. If there's any way. They have a lovely auditorium also in
Yeah.
Megger. And they
Yeah, it's really
also have
nice. Yeah.
a lounge area. So I'll see. Okay, all right. So we have some possibilities that I'm still gonna look into. And we'll see. Brooklyn Juice It Prep. Where's that, Mr. Price?
Jesuit Prep.
Mr. Price? Can you hear me, Mr. Price? Oh, down the street from Crystal. Is that like a not elementary, is it? I think I've seen kids. It's a private school or Catholic school or something like that. The Brooklyn Juice Prep. I think I know what he's talking about. I think I know. I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up, Mr. Price. Okay, so let's wrap up. It's 8:49. More to come. I'm gonna skip the committee marketing materials. I have to get back on track with that. Any information anyone wants to share out regarding upcoming events or information with the committee? Anything that's happening?
Yes, this weekend I'm going to the Black and Puerto Rican Caucus in Albany.
Yeah, I am going myself.
Where you are? Okay, well,
Yeah.
enjoy, guys. You know, I used to go up there every year for a number of years, and then always a very interesting weekend. Okay, well, you know, tell us, come back and give us a report. What's happening? What
I know,
went
right?
on? You know, I would love for us. Here's where my freestyle thinking also comes in, you know, when I'm just not thinking about work and other things, that it would be great because it's a weekend to do a lot of advocacy work and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And as I say, one day we'll have the money to do this. I just know that, you know, that we are able to go up there, have an agenda of why we're going, and to have the committee, for those who could go, to have the experience to go to Advocacy Day in
Yeah, I
Albany
went to that
for that
too. That was
weekend.
very interesting. Very interesting.
To do that. And I mean, I would love not just for us, you know, to be there and to
I'm
wander in the
there to
halls all
develop
day.
relationships with the elected
Yes.
officials. So next
Yeah.
year
Okay.
we'll be able to use Shirley Children's Recreational Center.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I can't wait for that to finish. When is it supposed to finish? 2026?
2025, they said.
Oh, next year? Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're playing.
But that is something that I would like us as a youth and education committee to be able to go to that weekend, for us to build those relationships. You know, look at the different workshops and stuff that they have, meet with different elected officials, you know, around the topics of concern, you know, the gun violence and the, you know, state of education, all these things, because it is so much that happens up there. There are different days. And I also would love for us to like do the dinner and stuff, not, you know, just our business, but you guys to network on full, take part in the activities, the events, because it's a really great experience. And I think building those kind of relationships gives us an advantage. But one day, as I say, we will have the money to do this. Believe you me, we will have the money to go and to do this and to, expand our horizons as a committee. So that's why I need you guys to stay. Yes, Mr. Price? Oh, Catholic Middle School, Glenwood and 37th. Okay. That one, I never knew the name of that or what it was. I just remember one day I was passing and saw a bunch of kiddies, toddlers walking with their teachers. And I was like, oh, so it is like a preschool also.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I'll check that out also. So is there anything else anyone wants to share out besides Miss Graham and Miss Saunders going to the caucus this weekend?
I know they're having a girls empowerment event at LIU downtown Brooklyn. I think it might be March 7th. I'll have to check the date to see.
March 7th.
Yeah,
That is,
LIU.
that is great. Anything else anyone wants to share?
Yes. Sorry about earlier. I was walking past the hospital and the ambulances were going.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have a comment and a question and a comment, I guess. My
Go
my
ahead.
my first comment is I've got some other business with Brooklyn Jesuit Prep, so I can ask them
Okay.
about, but I have no idea what the facilities there are really like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just taking a shot at the dark because I know it's in the district.
That's cool. Okay.
My question is for those of you going up to caucus weekend. I used to work up in Albany. I'm used to being able to see a schedule of all the different policy forums that are going to happen. I was thinking of going this weekend, but I have not been able to get such a schedule. Do you happen to know if such a schedule exists? And if so, can I have it?
You want to
There's a
share your
web-
email?
So I can
there's a
make a decision
website.
if I'm taking 2.5 hours to go to Albany.
They used to have it online.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
And
know.
I just don't.
You know what? I
Sometimes,
don't remember seeing it either.
let me
There's
see.
a website.
Yeah,
I
they
went
have
to the
a
website. So
website.
all they have on the website and the only thing that they have posted in terms of a calendar is policy workshops Friday from 12 to 6 and then Saturday from 8 to 5 or whatever it is. But in terms of an actual table of what the policy topics are going to be and where those forums are going to be held, nothing. I've emailed them. I've gotten no response. I'm not
Can
going
I
up there to spend $25 to register just to figure it out when I get there.
You know what? Can I tell you this sounds just like that? To say
Yes, yes, you
that
can, because I used to work for caucus. You
okay,
absolutely.
that
Mhm.
frustrated me every year that I could not that this website was not well maintained communication wise. I was like, you cannot find anything on here. It's unbelievable. And I'm on here looking also, and I see who's the legislative caucus, and it doesn't give you like what you're looking for. It's so frustrating.
And it used to be better, which is an interesting
Yes.
thing to say.
Well, I agree with you, and can I just say that's why I stopped going? Because back then it used to be very informative and interesting. And
and
then,
worthwhile.
huh?
And worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, it's been a few years, so I don't even know where it is right now.
Yeah. And that's
Mhm.
me also. I was like, okay, there's nothing. There was just some things that I saw and I was like, it's really like come up here for it. And then I just stopped going. And I
But
stopped
my
going.
last
But
comment has been online.
mhm.
I don't know how many of you have paid any attention to this rezoning effort, but
Oh, yeah.
one of the things I would really like to, right now, the proposal, well, a proposal is online and they want people to submit their
Mm-hmm.
opinions on the proposal. I think part of the issue, though, is that people don't really understand the issues well enough.
There you go. Do you join? Do
To
you?
be able to get, um, I think, well, one, I think that as an education committee, we might be able to build some bridges to help that education along. If only to get a sense of what it is parents or whoever are interested in learning about the issue.
Shoot.
But
Okay.
two, more directly,
Before Mr. Price, before you go, do you go to the rezoning or the land use committee meetings?
yes.
Okay, then you're informed. Okay. Go ahead.
Two, more importantly, the proposal is just a proposal.
Mhm.
And I don't know that it has necessarily accounted for the idea that, for example, if we're going to increase density in the district, what that's going to mean for our schools. And how many kids are going to be in our schools, and if we're going to need more than 2 high schools, et cetera, et cetera. I would very much like to try to weigh in on shaping the proposal from this committee. I mean, ideally, every committee would be weighing in on it, but I think we, as a committee, have a particular role because we're dealing with actual infrastructure when it comes to the development of our children.
I would say I can give you the green light to speak on behalf of the committee, because that's why I asked you if you go to the land use and the rezoning meetings. I go to them. I don't always, well, I don't do the land use. I go to the rezoning when I get the chance. But if you want to take the lead on that, I more than welcome you to do that. I support you. Just let me know what you need, and let's take it from there to see how, because you're right. Sorry, I just found the website where you can get the information. I'm gonna put it in the chat as I talking. It's a completely different website. It's completely, but you're right about that. I'm sorry. A lot of people do not understand, and you're talking about the city of Yes, right? What that proposal says. Is that what you're talking about, Mr. Price?
City of Yes is part of our rezoning of this district is a separate thing that we've been trying to do
Right.
for like 20 years. City of Yes is a new thing the mayor wants to do that's part of
Right.
rezone city, but it's not just about City of Yes. It's
Right.
about it's about
Okay, so it's the two combined, right? Because the city of Yes will impact us in some form or fashion.
but I mean,
So
so will IBS. So it's a few different
yeah.
things.
So I'm gonna let you say yes, take the lead if that's something that you feel, very strongly about, to take the lead around it. If there's anything you want to discuss with me and what you want to do or what, but you are right. We need to inform the parents, which is also people in the community, about what is going on with the rezoning, the impact of what is about to come, what will happen, what our community will look like, and then when the city of Yes come in, that other part. So I'm giving you the leadway on that.
I mean, I don't feel take the lead, but okay.
Well, when I say take the lead, no, I mean
I know what you mean. I'm being somewhat silly. Only
okay.
somewhat though.
because I'm not expecting you to go out and, like, oh, let's do a forum, a whole. But I will say, if you want to speak from the education youth standpoint, where we're talking about how this will impact our schools, I'm there with you. I'm there with you. Because if we only have one or two high schools in our community, but we're looking at all these different, an increase in the community, the amount of people in the community and stuff, then do our schools, elementary, middle, high school, private school, do they have the capacity to hold additional people? We already know that the classrooms are overcrowded, right? It's overcrowded. And then
And I
we
started,
also, Mhm.
sorry, no, I was just going to say, I started thinking about this because I recently saw that they're trying to possibly consolidate Kings County and I'm forgetting the other hospital right across the street. But
Downstate?
yeah,
Downstate.
downstate. And I'm sitting there going, okay, you guys want to do that, but at the same time, you're trying to tell us that we need to increase the density in the community. So are we not in 10 years just going to need all these facilities again
Right.
that you're saying are underused now? Like, how does this make sense?
Yeah.
And the left doesn't know what the right is doing. And
Yeah, and they're also closing a wing in downstate. They're
right,
closing one of the
and
wings. So, yeah.
what does that
What
mean
they're
for
trying
child
to do, what they're trying to do is close inpatient care because they
right,
don't receive enough funding for inpatient care. Now they're willing. I think they're going to leave open like ambulatory services, but the issue is inpatient care. You know, because of the area where Medicaid, Medicaid doesn't give back a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
So this is what happens when when we have such a high amount of Medicaid recipients that that live in the area and that use that hospital. People with private good insurance, insurance, they go outside of the community. So this is the result. And not only that, but downstate, I don't even know if they take like certain, Medicaid and insurances. So, that's the issue. The issue is the Medicaid paybacks in inpatient. And inpatient care costs a lot of money. And I don't think downstate has the capacity to, to handle
Right.
it.
To
So,
maintain.
yes,
Yeah.
to
So,
maintain.
I think all of that makes complete sense, except that that's now and may not necessarily be the truth 5 or 10 years from now if you're trying to bring that's where I see the disconnect.
yeah, I got it. But you know what, Mr.
Then
Price?
it makes you wonder why they're doing it. And I think
Right. You know what? Let me tell you.
Part of the problem that we as a community miss, we only look 10 steps ahead. We're not looking a mile ahead. Why are you closing this wing of downstate now, but you're increasing the influx of pedestrian people, residents into the community when you know you're going to have to open that wing again? So so we have to start thinking strategically about what are they planning and why are they doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what they're doing. We're always the last to know.
Oh, yeah,
And
of
the
course.
purview, I recognize the purview of this committee is not downstate in Kings County. Like I get that, but I just it
Right.
made me think about, well, what's the impact on the schools? What's the impact on youth?
Yeah.
The kids getting getting health services. What so
No, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. So, you know what? We can talk some more about this, Mr. Price, and we can see if there's a way how we as that committee could start to move into the various areas but you have my number, and you can give me a call and we can just strategize over this. I put in the chat, if you guys will see, Mr. Price, the link for the legislative conference, the details. So you
nope.
it's there.
Those details are, no, that's the link I went to.
It's the 53rd annual one, isn't it?
But all it says is that there are forums from this time to this time and workshops from this time to this time. It doesn't give the actual schedule of what those forums are going to be, what the topics are going to be. And what
Oh,
room.
I see. You want the full agenda. You
I
want
want
the
to know
full
what I'm going there
agenda.
for.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, they just give you
Which you used to
um
be able to get online.
yeah, yeah. The schedule, yeah, they just give you a agenda at the glance. Well, actually, no. If you go to the conference and you go to the schedule, if you keep scrolling down, it tells you the workshops, the schedule. They have like the child and adolescent behavioral crisis, advancing budgetary solutions to improve. So there's more information there.
Where is that?
So if you get on the link and
Mhm.
then you go to conference in the tabs at the top, go to
Oh, okay.
conference and go to schedule.
I
And when
missed
you go
this.
to the schedule, so the first part is just a glance of everything that's happening for those days. But if you keep scrolling down, you'll see the individual sessions and the descriptions
Thank you. 'Cause this
underneath
is
it. Yeah. Miss Graham, the you could use the link too, so you could see.
Okay.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much. It is now 9:09 p.m. I want to call the meeting of the Education and Youth Committee to a close. Can I get a motion to end the meeting, please?
I make a motion to end the meeting of the Education and Youth Services Committee.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
I second that, Edith Moore.
Okay, thank you kindly. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you all. Enjoy. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.